Hello, everyone. Welcome to Seriously Loco. It's obviously just me tonight. It's been intense couple of days for El Paso, as everybody knows. Um, but I thought this would be a good time to just talk about kind of what has happened in El Paso in lieu of a full episode because obviously the match this past weekend against Portland Timbers 2, with it being canceled, didn't really make sense for us to record, not to mention the severity of what went on. So instead, I figured we'd get together, just talk, and you know talk about what's been going on since Saturday here in El Paso, and just some of the positive to come out of such an intense event, and such a tragedy. First, I just want to offer on behalf of Seriously Loco our deepest condolences to anyone who lost family, friends, loved ones of any sort in the shooting that occurred on Saturday. 22 lives lost and many, many more affected, and uh, that's about all I can muster to say about the actual event. But those who know El Paso, and those of you who are fans of Locomotive and residents of El Paso, you guys know as well as anybody just how resilient a town El Paso is, and for a transplant like myself, just it in one of the city's darkest moments, being here and just seeing the immediate outpouring of support for the community and just everybody banding together as much as possible. Um, it's been truly amazing to see out of such a dark event. I just want to go through a few of the things that have happened, just to kind of, I guess, refocus the impact not only on El Paso but the soccer community, and just how amazing the response has been to all of this. So first things first, El Paso Locomotive players not only stepping up as like members of the community, but stepping up as um, leaders in the community. And the most outspoken among them is a brand new signing, Sebastian Velasquez. Um, but from the moment that everything kicked off, they had players down at Vitalent West, right here on South Mesa Hills, um, and giving blood right, the second that they found out, how they could contribute, they did. It's such a testament to the character of these guys. I mean, we watch week in and week out, and we talk about different things, and we critique and we analyze their game, but them as men and as members of the community, it's just incredible to see how quickly they've taken, and I think Eighth Notch tweeted something to that effect today. Just how they've some of them have only been here for a couple of months or a few months at this point, and they've already become members of the community, and just you can see how quickly a lot of them have taken to it. So um, the the next kind of piece was one of the major impacts of this tragedy was a youth soccer team was raising funds outside of the Walmart when the shooting occurred, and two of their coaches were actually wounded in the shooting. The EP Fusion, the Gooner Gals, a female Arsenal supporters group of which our very own Mika Burrell is a part, immediately pretty much set up a fundraiser for that team to be able to get that team the money that they needed for their season, and to help them out in a time of need, obviously. That fundraiser has spread like wildfire, and it's been amazing to see, just how quickly it propagated and how quickly it got nationwide attention. On Twitter, Sebastian Velasquez again stepping up and just spreading it to former teammates in MLS, journalists across American soccer that he had previously spoken to, and so it was so quick to get out there, and the initial goal was $2,000, and they got to, they're now above 16,000 in just a couple of days. And yeah, Adrian, that's where I was headed next, actually. So the campaign had picked up so much steam that it actually got the attention of a few high profile people. The first that I want to bring to attention is like you said, Adrian, the AS Roma account, one of the largest followings on social media because of Roma's legendary. They're more so famous for the memes, but they've been doing so much good this summer too. They shared it this morning, retweeted and made EP Fusion their team of the day. Fernie, as you said, David Villa, who played at NYCFC with Sebastian Velasquez, he shared the fundraiser as well. And the final kind of big name that I want to just really give his own shout out is Josie Altidore. So regardless of what you think of Josie Altidore as a player, again, I've been critical of Josie's game in the past, but Josie Altidore gave $5,000 by himself to this fundraiser. $5,000 just out of the blue. I was blown away. The generosity is just ridiculous, and it's amazing to see a full U.S. international come through like that. He I don't know, that just absolutely blew my mind, that he found the campaign and was willing to give that amount to it. Just such generosity. And again, just all of these things kind of, nothing repairs the actual event, but it's the stuff like that that's just helped bring a lot of people out of that helpless feeling that you have immediately following an event like that. You just feel like you can't do anything, and now people are having a big impact. So anyone who's given to EP Fusion, or any of these fundraisers that are going around, another big one is the El Paso Community Fund. It has started a victims fund. So if you've donated any of that, if you've donated blood, if you've done anything in the aftermath of this tragedy, you are what makes El Paso what it is. That all of this put together just shows the power of this community, and just how together all of the city is in moments like this. It just shows the strength of the city and why, when something like this isn't going on, why everyone around Locomotive and around Eighth Notch feels such a sense of, in this intense kind of fandom and this intense supportership of Locomotive, is because it is representing this community, which is so amazing. And so I have to shout out all the Locomotive players who represented El Paso in such an amazing way. in the aftermath of this, and that has helped, I think, a lot of people move forward. Who, on Saturday afternoon were certainly not feeling positive. There's been so much generosity and so much just amazing outreach by so many different people. And yeah, I just cannot say enough about these organizations and individuals who have helped out so much with all of this. The other big thing, Sebastian Velasquez again. He is helping with at Soccer 915 organize a charity match for this Sunday. Still a lot of details to come out about this one, but it's going to take place at the Socorro activities, or Socorro ISD Student Activities Complex. The game is gonna start at 7 p.m. on Sunday, the 11th. No fee to get in. It's just cash donations at the entrance, and donate whatever you want. The gates open at 6:15. Any cash donations welcome, and all the cash will go to the 6 victims from the El Paso Soccer League and the Paso del Norte Soccer Association. So, if you guys can make it out to that, I'm really interested to see just who's able to play in that match. There's obviously a lot of former pros or former El Paso Patriots still in town, and so I think they're. Hopefully we get a good turnout, and we could see again just how together El Paso is in this moment, and what is going on, guys? We've got now the upside to this week is we do get a little bit of a respite when El Paso, when Locomotive head to Phoenix this Saturday. So this is going to be, this is a tough one, right? This is a weird game anytime. It's especially weird when Phoenix has won 12 games in a row. We know that Phoenix, in their last match, played it was looking like they weren't going to get a result against Los Dos, and instead they come out 3-2 winners. They were 2-0 down at one point. They come back, bring it to 3-2, and win the game. So I'm not really even sure what else there is to say at this point about Phoenix, because it's starting to get almost a little ridiculous. On the other hand, obviously Locomotive coming in, it's been 8 games since we've won. But the one thing that has me feeling a little bit positive about this game against Phoenix is that obviously it will be difficult, but it's going to be really tough for them to win 13 in a row. The pressure is on for them to maintain that winning streak. And I think if Locomotive play the way that they had on the road, basically prior to Fresno, they had been very, very tough on the road in every game up until the Fresno game. I think there's an opportunity there for us to maybe snatch a result away at Phoenix. Obviously, a big improvement is going to be needed from the game against New Mexico. Phoenix is basically top in every stat that you could possibly think of. Solomon Asante is leading the Golden Boot race right now. He has 15 goals. He also leads in assists with 11. Adam John has 11 goals. Junior Flemings has 9 goals. Uh, Junior Flemings also has 7 assists. So it's going to be a absolutely ridiculous ask of this team. We may be coming up against a juggernaut. We may just be facing a team that is that good. Um, they've scored 56 goals, which is the closest team in the West is Reno with 50, and then the next closest is New Mexico with 41. So um, big drop off there. They also have 11 clean sheets. Um, they conceded a lot of goals at the beginning of the season, but they have not conceded that many recently. They are third best in the league in goals conceded with 19. So we may, I don't know. Yeah, no, Fernie. I mean, we're on the same page. Basically, what I'm asking for is the equivalent of like when the Patriots went, you know, were undefeated and then lost in the Super Bowl to the Giants because, 18 in a row was just too many wins. Um, it was just one too many. So basically, what I'm asking for is a game that defies how both teams are playing and instead becomes about the pressure on Phoenix to to get that win and maintain their winning streak. That's about our only hope at this point. The other thing that could maybe just change how things go is the return of a couple key pieces. Was under the impression before the last game that that Logan, or excuse me, not Logan, that Logan was questionable for that Logan was questionable for New Mexico as Adrian. Yeah, between the law of averages and this team's heart, we got a Lloyd Christmas-sized chance. Yeah, there is a chance. The game still has to be played. That's about what our shot is at this point. So it's yeah, it's tough. It's absolutely it's going to be a ridiculous. And again, it's in Phoenix too, which makes it tough on us. Um, I don't know. I think the cracks. This is gonna probably come back to bite me. Phoenix's cracks have started to show a little bit in the last couple of games. They beat Tulsa 1-0. They kind of escaped that game. Tulsa got a man sent off, questionable red card, and then uh, obviously they concede 2 early goals to LA Galaxy 2, and then Phoenix come all the way back. So it will take a gargantuan effort to take down Phoenix, and we are the underdogs by every stretch of the imagination. Um, but the game still has to be played. That's the only that's the only thing that supports Locomotive, because on paper, yes, they are gonna have loads of chances. They're going to probably score a couple of ridiculous goals, because they seem to have a goal of the week contender pretty much every week. But our only holdout is the fact that yes, the game does still have to be played. But the big question mark is going to be Jerome. I think we could all see that there is attacking ability in the guys that we have on the field. The first half against New Mexico, and especially the opening about 25 minutes, there were plenty of chances to go in front. Derek is extremely unlucky on the shot that whistles past the post, and then there's a couple of times that we get into good areas and don't create a good shot, don't create a really, really good opportunity. So the question mark is going to be Jerome. Are we going to get him back? And we kind of discussed this on the broadcast of the New Mexico game, but is there a point in time at which the injury to Jerome becomes the club's responsibility, like, does it ever become the club's responsibility to be upfront about how long he's going to be out? Because obviously now he's missed. Gosh, the last game he played would have been Vegas, or was he out for Vegas? Maybe the chat can help me out with that one because I'm. He got hurt while I was gone. Fixtures. Let's see. I want to say that because he played, no, he played in San Antonio, right? So he's now missed one, two, three, 4 games, 5 games. He's missed 5. So yeah, at this point, like, it's just the question is, Joe Parker coming through. What's going on, man? And wow, we've got like the Commonwealth contingent going to Joe's Starbucks. Drew, Becky, Richie Ryan, Nick Ross, and Andrew. I guess with Richie or with Nick, no, yeah, not Commonwealth, but you get what I mean. Canada and the British Isles. So that's awesome, man. I do hope they're all available for these upcoming matches. Obviously, Ross having to leave against New Mexico impacted that game pretty hugely. But yeah, Jerome, the question mark for me is when is Jerome coming back, and at what point does it become, hey, like, we probably need the club to comment on what's been on what's been going on, because at the end of the draw against Monarchs, we were told, Mark said 100% that Jerome and Chiro would be back for this next match against New Mexico, and neither of them were available. So that the injuries just continue to remain a huge issue. The other, we didn't get a chance to talk about the New Mexico match. So the main points that I'll take away: we created good chances early on. We need to be better about putting those chances away, especially early. We always create good early chances. It's happened pretty much every single game, where we create a good early chance and don't convert. So a lot of times, goals change games. That's the, like, stupid old saying, but it's true. And so scoring early changes the complexion of any game. And so it's just about converting those chances. We've created chances. We've gotten in the box. I mean, Monarchs created a bunch of chances. We created a bunch of chances against Monarchs. We created good chances inside the first 25. Yeah, Adrian, I guess that's, and I don't think they have an obligation either. I do think that the cause for concern now is it's just if he's available, if he's not, how long till we expect. But regardless, I think it's probably a training setback that kept Jerome out against New Mexico. I have to hope that Jerome is available for Phoenix, given that they had the extra time. And the last thing I'll say about the New Mexico match is the fact that all 3 of the goals highly preventable, right? So the penalty was a little bit of sloppy play, puts us in a bad position. Nick makes a challenge that he probably shouldn't, give the penalty away. And then the two goals, it's a miscommunication between keeper and defender, and then it's a poor miscontrol or attempt to control by Drew Becky. So yeah, we're doing we're doing fine things, but we got undone by doing two ridiculous things in defense last week. So the key against Phoenix is going to be to play a classic Locomotive away performance. Pick our chances to get forward. If we don't score, that's okay, but we have to be absolutely flawless at the back. Logan Ketterer, I think, will be back for this one, but again, that's just based on some evidence that I've seen. So I think Logan will be back between the sticks in Phoenix. Still remains to be seen, though. Chiro, hoping to see him back. Again, not 100% sure. The extra time off, hopefully, will benefit some of the guys who have been hurt. And if we can get Sebastian Velasquez and Jerome Kiesewetter on the same field, I think we will see immediate dividends. But it's just a matter of whether those guys actually are actually fit and are ready to go. I think that combination is potentially, one of the most dangerous that you'll see in USL, but we haven't had the opportunity to actually see them. So looking forward to Phoenix. I know there's like a decent contingent traveling from El Paso. Hopefully, you guys have safe travels out there and enjoy the match day experience in Phoenix. Should be a good one. Should be a lot of fun, and obviously we're still representing El Paso, and I think Eighth Notch and all of those traveling fans have done such a good job of representing the team and representing the city up until this point. And yeah, the aftermath of everything that's happened has been nothing but positive from the whole city, and just so amazing to see. Eighth Notch, I know at the next home game we'll have a awesome display ready, and just again reinforce how much Eighth Notch and Locomotive and the whole community surrounding soccer here in town is a force for good in the community, and just like a positive member of El Paso. And so I'm looking forward to just getting back with, because these last couple of days, obviously it's been weird, but I'm looking forward to getting back with all of the people from the community, getting everything kind of going again, and I look forward to our next home match, but we'll also be looking forward to Phoenix regardless of how that goes. We'll be right here on YouTube doing the supporter watch along for those of you who like to tune into those. We like doing them, and it lets us blow off steam while we're watching the match, which you need some way to blow off steam during the match, whether it's screaming your head off for 90 minutes in section 105 or screaming your head off in my living room to try to vent some of the either frustration or nervous energy. So we'll be here on YouTube live with that, and I hope you guys will tune in. Thank you guys for stopping by. I know this is like a weird one, but it felt strange to do a full episode, so I'll probably just take this will be posted on YouTube, so if anyone's looking for a Seriously Loco fix, you can point them this way. If not, then I will talk to you guys in the next episode, which will likely be Tuesday after the Phoenix match. So thank you guys for stopping by, and until next time, stay loco.